Hey there. Need one of this bullshit. Been a shitty fucking night. First I find out the movie theater's not going to be showing The Shape of Water or The Disaster Artist. Two films I actually want to see. But we'll be getting The Last Jedi, The Last Cum Shot, which shit I heard about that movie pisses me the fuck off. I can't say anything because it pisses you guys off. Pitch Perfect 3 we'll be getting. Butt fucking 3. And then, Jumanji 2. Might as well be Jack Off 2. Welcome to the fungus. We'll be getting those piles of shits, but nope, can't see the Disaster Artist. Can't see The Shape of Water, which I do want to see. So I had to fucking this goddamn movie. Cult of Chucky, Cult of Fucky, Cum Stain of Don Mancini. Who needs to... You need to retire, man. You need to retire. You need to get the fuck out of Dodge. You need to leave. You need to just stay home, eat some fucking fettuccine. Don, double D, dumb as dog shit. You dumb fuck. What would you say if you were in person with... I say you're a dumb fuck. You're a dumb fuck for writing and directing a piece of shit called Seed of Chucky, piece of shit named Curse of Chucky, and piece of shit like this. You know, I thought I hated Curse of Chucky, which I do. You made a worse fucking movie, man. Is that your job? Is that your mission in life? To continually make worse and worse fucking movies? Are you trying to drive whatever franchise is left, not into the gutter, not to the sewer, but to a fucking septic tank? Oh, no wonder it smells like shit. Putting Chucky in there, put your fucking Konami code so he can do all sorts of shit, fly out of his ass. I'm sure you're doing another one with fucking Glenn and Glenda will come back. You probably make Chucky fly in that one, or turn invisible, or turn to a fucking Uber Chucky, or whatever the fucking stupid idea you have in your head. Yeah, I know the idea of a killer doll is stupid, but the earlier films, when they were called Child's Play, actually tried to be somewhat serious, but they had humor. This isn't humor. It's just fucking stupid. Don Mancini, you dumb fuck. I mean, you just... And I've seen movies where you get the sequels and they do something different. I like Halloween 3. Fuck, I like Jason Goes to Hell and Wes Craven's New Nightmare. But you know what that is? Those are good fucking movies. And you know, someone asked me to have this fly swatter because I feel like when I watch a bad movie, I want to slap the motherfucker in the face. No, I would not do that in person. I would verbally do that in person. But here's like, God damn it, man. You're going over the top. No, this is less than over the top. There should be more over the top fucking anger with some of the shit movies that we get. Did get a lot of good movies in 2017. I even did a video, little tribute, showcases some of the good movies of 2017. You did BS like this. Just imagine this Mike Dick and slap Don Mancini in the face. And this motherfucker wants to go on interviews and say, oh, Child's Play 3, that's the worst one. And granted, on one hand, I get that it's his opinion. On the other hand, I don't give a fuck about his opinion because he wrote and directed 3 of the worst pieces of shit in the franchise. He's just jealous of Child's Play 3. He even steals footage from Child's Play 3 and puts in this piece of shit. But oh, that's the worst one? Fuck that shit. That movie's more fucking consistent than this. Whitehurst jumping on a grenade and killing... He dies as a hero for one of the more heroic deaths of the slasher movie. Saves everyone from a grenade. Taking paint, putting bullets in. There's more interesting thing Chucky does than anything in this fucking movie where it becomes, you know, this should not be called Cult of Chucky. It should be called the Clones of Chucky. Like the clones of Bruce Lee. I don't know, do I go into the bad characters? Do I go into piss poor writing? Do I go into the 80 fucking questions I had at the end of this film? Why is he so curious of getting his daughter? Because for those who don't even know the plot, I guess the general summation of the plot. If you didn't see Curse of Chucky, then don't bother seeing this. The girl from the last one who was in a wheelchair, not only in real life is she the daughter of Brad Dourif, but in the movie verse she is the daughter of Charles Lee Ray. Because they forced in some half-ass horse shit that all of a sudden is canon, and that chase scene at the beginning of the very first movie, right before that he had a pregnant girl and stabbed a pregnant lady, and then when he walked out, then he got chased by Chris Sarandon. Just Don Mancini's such a good fucking writer. That's why you only got maybe a couple episodes of a TV show. Other than that, you stuck with this. And for some reason, Universal is so fucking stupid, they keep hiring this jackass, jag-off, jerk-off to keep writing, directing these bullshit movies. That he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Doesn't know what the fuck he's smoking. Doesn't know what the fuck he's choking. Oh yeah, that's my dick you're choking on. Tired of being a nice guy. Fuck this shit. So, that girl at the end in a wheelchair, she gets blamed for all these deaths. I'm like, she's a 100-pound girl in a fucking wheelchair. It's more unrealistic to have her kill everybody than a fucking killer doll. A 100-pound girl that looks like Rooney Mara killing people when she's paralyzed, stuck in a wheelchair. That's less realistic than a fucking killer doll. But, you know, they bought into it. She's in a mental institution. For some fucking reason, though, he's got to go for her. Why? I don't know. Because his daughter. So what? He already won by getting her into the nut house, which I thought was the point of the ending of the last movie. It's not the killer, because at one point she tries to kill herself, and he stitches her up even though he went into the fucking room with a knife ready to kill her. So he went in, wanted to kill her, she already cut herself, he stitched her up, then some scenes, she puts like something in her hand, why you don't kill him? What the fuck is your point? Why? Why do you care? Why do you give a fucking shit? This is one of those movies that it says there's no rules. I feel like Walter and fucking Big Lebowski. Does no one give a shit about the rules? Again, he, like my friend Mike said, he put in some invincibility cheat code. To me, he put in the fucking Konami code and just decided to blow his wad all over this franchise. Make my fucking nose run. Blow snot of this fucking movie. Jumping ahead, the gist of it is she's in a mental institution. There's some crazy fuckers as well as her. And Andy Barclay's in it for, I would bet, 10 minutes at most, spread throughout. Like 3-4 scenes. And it's mostly Chucky killing people in a mental institution. Oh, I did. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Because Brad Dourif was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And they mention it because, oh, someone gets a juicy fruit. Just like Jack Nicholson gave the Native American a juicy fruit. And one of the only things he said in the movie, the guy was, oh, juicy fruit. Oh, Chucky one time says, oh, this cuckoo's nest. I get it, you piece of shit writer, man. Grab a fucking dog off the street, write better than this shit. Give me a fucking break. And at the end, you find out that Chucky saw this website called VoodooForDummies.com, and he could jump into anyone and anything as many times as he wants. So he can make this doll, and he can make this doll, and all of them have Charles Lee Ray's soul. So at one point, technically there's 4 Chuckies. There's a head that Andy Barclay, Alice Vincent comes back, he keeps, which I'll get to that stupidity. there's another doll that for some reason Andy had this doll. Why, I don't know. And for some reason the hair was cut. No explanation as to why Andy had this, and he shipped it, and then something fucked up, and then one of the Chuckies possessed that one. Then there's the one, there was one that Jennifer Tilly brought there, and there was one that the asshole dumbass doctor brought there. But by the end, there's technically two. There's one that possesses Mia, Brad Dourif's daughter, the girl that was in the wheelchair. And there's a doll that for some reason fucking stays in the mental hospital, even though, why aren't you going with the other villains? Why are you just staying there? I mean, hell, the Mia Chucky, the Mia possessed, could have brought that doll out. And then also, Jennifer Tilly has a Tiffany doll alive. So I'm like, okay, did she split her soul into the Tiffany doll? Why? What's the point of that? Hell, what's the point of Chucky putting his spirit into why doesn't he just put his spirit into a bunch of people, real life people, especially since this fucking hospital only has like 5 people, like 5 nurses, doctors, and male nurses. It has like 5 people total. Minimum, like, was it medium security, no cameras. Yeah, it's a mental hospital with no fucking cameras. So many fucking things in this movie doesn't make any goddamn sense. And I know Don Mancini's thinking, oh, it's just a killer doll movie. Who gives a fuck? People who know how to write give a fuck. People who aren't dumb motherfuckers give a fuck, Don Mancini. Jesus Christ. You trying to write a fucking help me know on a fucking ketchup bottle. Jesus Christ. Do you have a fucking mustard packet? You won't know what the fuck to do with it. How about F and U? You can't even write that shit. You spell it U and F. What's U and F? Ugly fuck. Like most of these fucking dolls. They're ugly fucks. Why is it that, Child's Play 3 got a lot of shit for the animatronic not looking the best? It looks masterpiece compared to this shit. Why is that? Is it because the way it's lit? Is it because sometimes Don Mancini stupidly lights it so that if you look a little bit, it almost looks as if he's a fucking albino, or he's got a 5 o'clock shadow, or he's wanting to be fucking Boy George? There's some practical effects, but they look shitty. I don't know if it's because of the way it's lit, or the way they constructed the dolls, or the way they put the faces, and it's like they took the faces and squished it down, or the eyes are more sunken back, or they look ugly as fuck. Bunch of Boy Georges. Actually, you know what? That's an insult to Boy George. Bunch of transvestite little motherfuckers. That's an insult to transvestites. These are ugly motherfuckers. That's all they are. Ugly fucks. Ugly Chuckies. Boy George and transvestites don't need that kind of bother. These motherfuckers need that bother to teach one of them, kick them through a fucking field goal if it's on fucking fire. Yes, this will be at least in my top 3 words. This was so fucking stupid. And every step of the way going, this actually got funded. Like, Mike, when he did his review, he mentions a fan had an idea. If you don't have a cult of Chucky, how about people who are like Jonestown and Jim Jones, the people who drank the Kool-Aid and killed themselves, or people who were really wanting to worship Charles Manson, the Manson family. People who believed in Charles Lee Ray and then believed in the story, what happened, so they decided to put their own souls in dolls, and then maybe they all attacked Andy Barkley, who has Chucky. And so maybe it's Andy Barkley and Kyle at the very, very end makes an appearance. Maybe him and Kyle doing assault on Precinct 13 in his house, which how Andy Barkley has like a shitload of guns. How about him and Kyle battling all these dolls with different voices of Chucky, trying to get their leader, Chucky, who's now just ahead. We don't get Chucky, we don't bring him back. Why don't you do that? But no, because it would be a good fucking movie. That's why not. Same guy who wrote and directed Seed of Chucky, a film where Chucky was jerking off. And this is a guy that you continue to let Ryan direct your fucking movies. That there's a scene in this movie where the lead character is in a nightmare and she turns and she literally sees a giant Chucky that wobbles as if it's fucking Paper Mario. Great, a Paper Mario Chucky. He like doesn't move and like the screen wobbles. Like fucking Paper Mario. And by the end, Andy Barclay is locked up in the insane asylum. Chucky's in Mia, gets in with Jennifer Tilly, and there's a Tiffany doll for some fucking reason. Again, why would Jennifer Tilly stretch her soul into a doll? What purpose does that fucking do? And if you can put your souls, why wouldn't you do it in other people? Hell, Chucky, if he had this ability, Jennifer Tilly could have seduced and kidnapped 5 fucking guys and just put his souls in 5 guys. See, no matter how you make this fucking script so stupid. Yes, it's a killer doll movie. But you know what? The first Child's Play is considered a classic for many reasons. Maybe Tom Holland had a hand in that. Of course, this is the same dumbass, the same dumb motherfucker that when he first wrote Child's Play, it was called Blood Buddy. And, what was it? The companies will make a doll that it will bleed, so you have to go out and get Band-Aids for them. You're an idiot, Don. Yeah, a company, no matter how fucking greedy they are not going to release something that fucking bleeds. Piss, fine, but bleed, no. Because it'd be a public relations nightmare. But it shows how Don Mancini knows jack shit about anything, and this one skin knows he knows jack or shit about directing, writing, lighting. You know what? It's the 30th anniversary of Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. That's a much better movie to watch, which has a bunch of kids in a hospital. Go watch that movie instead. It's the 30th anniversary, 1987 to today. Well, you want to talk about go step by step? The first shot looks like a bad fucking CGI shot with this fake-ass moon. Joe LaDuca, the score, at moments, if it was in a different movie, maybe it'd be okay. But man, this is, I know he did Curse of Chucky, but this is a step down from the guy who, he did the Evil Dead trilogy, man. I mean, I know Army of Darkness, Danny Elfman, I believe it was Danny Elfman, he did the main theme, but the rest of the music was Joe LaDuca. But he did Evil Dead 2. This is such a step down for him, man. He deserves better than this shit. Andy Barclay's on his date, and in 1 minute, the writer is putting his political views of the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. And that's the conversation Andy, Alex Vincent, and his date are having. Oh, what, Jesus Christ. In less than 1 minute, it's already like a political debate. Jesus fucking Christ. And then Andy goes, oh, you Googled me. And she goes, yeah, I heard about you and all these people died. I can't be with you. Then why the fuck do you come on the fucking date in the fucking first place, you fucking bitch? You just call on the fucking phone saying, hey, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I Googled you and you went through, I just can't do it. Why didn't you call him instead of going on this fucking date? Oh, I guess so you can get the fucking wine that you'll be having to pay. Get to a cabin. And real quick, Alex Vincent, he's not that good, sadly, acting-wise. Maybe he's just a bit rusty because he hasn't acted in a few decades. Other than the cameo in Curse of Chucky. But he's only in the film 4 or 5 scenes. If you had it, I would be surprised if it was more than 10 minutes. I really would. But sadly, if I just based on that 10 minutes, I would say Justin Whalen I believe that was the actor's name in Child's Play 3. I think he did a better job than Alex Vincent, playing an older Andy Barclay, because Justin Whalen, at least he had some emotion on his face with his reactions, and again, he had more to work with. But Alex Vincent, I can't say he was good. He was pretty stiff, pretty monotone. So I don't know if that's why the director, Don Fuccino, what the fuck you want to call his asshole name? Oh, why are you being so rude? Because this guy is fucking it up. This guy wrote so many of these films. He wrote and directed Seed and Curse and this movie. You know what? It should have just ended with Child's Play 3. To me, it ended fine. Andy Barclay, he saves a kid just like he was a kid who needed saved. And he fucks up Chucky, who dies in a glorious fashion, getting torn to bits in this big fuck-off van. They go off into the sunset. Boom. With better music. I like the music in Child's Play 3 at the beginning and end credits of the movie. This shit, the sequel made kind of bleak bullshit. Suck on my nuts, Don Mancini. Will you say it to his face? Yes, I fucking would. Just what's the worst he's gonna do? He's gonna tell me to fuck off. He's not gonna give a shit. He's not gonna listen. He's gonna tell me to fuck off. I'm gonna tell him to fuck off, and we'll be right where we are. So, yeah. Nothing would change. The more... And by the way, I didn't even pay for this. This was on fucking YouTube for free. Someone uploaded it onto YouTube for free. I shit you not. All, 90-some minutes of the film. And DVD quality. So it was fucking on YouTube to watch for free. I know technically you're supposed to rent it, but someone uploaded for free. It's not my fault someone uploaded. I'm not going to pay this, give this my fucking money. I'm just doing this because a lot of people wanted to hear my thoughts on it. And this fucking idiot writes Andy Barclay to be a stupid character. Just remember when he shot the doll at the end of Curse of Chucky? Well, he didn't blow the head up. It's just, there's the eye, the face, just this little part is off. And it's a head. And he uses it, he gags it, gives it a joint to be funny. And then takes a blowtorch to it. I'm like, great, you're making the character look fucking stupid. It was a shotgun right to his little fucking head. It would have blown the whole fucking head up. Jesus Christ. Fucking stupid. And if you're wondering about the little girl at the end of Curse of Chucky, well, apparently somehow, some way, he also put his soul into the little girl, and then she died. We don't see any of this. This is just an exposition dump at like the hour and 10 or so minute mark that Chucky is saying. Well, thank God you put that at the end credits of your last movie, Don. And you wrote and directed all the fucking movies. Well, not all, but all the shittiest ones. God, you make your Bride of Chucky look better and better, Don. Is that your fucking job? Is that what you're trying to do? I love someone to try to explain me how they think Child's Play 3 is worse than this movie. I'd love to hear that explanation. Granted, I'll probably tell you you're full of shit. Oh, that's harsh. You know what? Fuck it. Maybe it's time to be harsh. Sometimes, I'm at a point, I don't care if I look like an asshole. I'd gladly be a fucking asshole. When directors and writers make horse shit like this. In seriousness, if you like the film, that's fine, despite all my bluster. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I never will get it. I mean, I don't get how... Okay, we have this main character getting shot treatment, go to the place from fucking ICU, that's what it looked like, the fucking place from Detox, snow, middle of nowhere, and like I don't get why this fucking insane asylum, that's really what, it's an institution, has no cameras. It's medium security. Medium security my ass. Maybe after the first person die, maybe like, let's put some fucking cameras in here. Because they had cameras, all this would be settled in 5 fucking minutes. Why are there no cameras? Because the script fucking says so. Then you have all these hallways look wide as if stuff from fucking X-Men. Either Magneto's room or the fucking hallway that expected Charles Xavier to go through. Maybe I thought that because the lead is in a wheelchair. You use these cheap-ass loud boo jump scares. Like a guy who's another patient says hello to a female patient. Hello. And as he says hello, it's a loud boo jump scare of this music. Hello, how's it going? Later on, there's like a nurse who comes across a female patient. Hey, how's it going? That's not the actual music, but I can't remember what the fuck the actual music was. But it was a loud boo jump scare music. But yet some critics are saying, this is the best Chucky ever. Kiss my ass. My white pale ass. Juicy Fruit. Yeah, this came out of fucking nowhere. The female patient, I'm just going to say it's Brad Dourif's daughter. I know it's Charlie Ray's daughter, but just for simplicity's sake, it's Brad Dourif's daughter in real life. Brad Dourif's daughter in the wheelchair, she gives a guy a juicy fruit. The next scene, they're fucking. No rhyme or reason, they're just fucking. Great security in this hospital. Fucking fantastic. And then they don't really harp on the fact that they did fuck. I'm like, dumbass, it's just a movie just on your fetishes. Oh, I want to fuck a girl who was in a wheelchair. Then later on, I want a lesbian. I want a guy who has a fucking foot fetish who puts a pair of red slippers as if it's fucking Dorothy onto a foot and kisses a woman's foot. Take your fetishes, make the fucking porn, man. You didn't even take the doll with you. Just make your fucking fetish porn somewhere else. Stop letting this guy direct and write these fucking piece of shit movies. Jesus Christ. It's like, you know, the girl who slits her wrist? That's what you're doing to this fucking franchise. You're just squeezing every drop of the blood out so there's nothing fucking left. What's sad to say, a fucking remake that's not with them would be better than this shit. And I hate saying that. Frankly, I would say do nothing and just have the first 3 Child's Play movies. But no, we can't have that no matter what. We got this horse shit. Oh, again, why does Chucky need this girl? Brad Dourif's daughter. Why? Is it for revenge? Well, it's not for revenge, because again, he goes in with this knife, this scalpel, as if he's going to kill her, but then he sees her, she had cut herself, so he stitched her up, and then there are plenty of moments he could kill her, because she's in a wheelchair. She's not going to be able to move that fucking much. You're able to kill all these other people, but not her. But then there's a moment where she's fucking hypnotized by the strobe light that they stole from fucking Exorcist 2, which is a shitty movie, but still better than this fucking movie, because at least Exorcist 2 is laughable. It's funny as fuck. And the trailer, just listen to that song in the trailer. Na, 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 do, 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 ba, do, do, do. That music is funnier and better than anything in this fucking movie. That movie, Exorcist 2, is so shitty that it's funny. This is so shitty that it hurts and it fucks up your prostate. Gives you fucking hemorrhoids. Tired of this shit. Tired of this goddamn bullshit. Why the fuck does he want her? You can't go with, well, he told her his secret. No, that's not it. That's not even part of this fucking thing anymore. And he jumped in like 3, 4 fucking bodies. Technically, he could do that with all these other people. Hell, that's a thing. That's another question. Instead of killing these people, why doesn't he just jump into their bodies? Like, you have this schizo woman that they find is dead. They find that she's dead. And made look like a suicide. Why didn't he just go into her body? You'd still be a full-grown person instead of a doll. Wouldn't you be able to move around the hospital better? Can someone explain that shit to me? Oh no, because Don Mancini fucking sucks as a writer. Because there'd be no movie. Again, when you give a character the power to do everything, you create 100 plot holes. Oh, you give a shit about a plot hole? You know, how many plot holes does it take? How many what the fuck questions does it take to make you go, fuck this? How many? Is there a number? Is there a limit? Is it 1,000? Is it 100? Is it 500? Is it 5,000? Audi 5,000? Which is it? Give me a number. 69, 72, 84, 666? So instead of jumping his body into all these people, which he says he can later on, I can jump to anything or anybody. And he just stands there and does this, blah, 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 his voodoo chant, and goes into Mia. And like a couple minutes, you know, doesn't last that long. Like, it doesn't take that long. Why didn't you do it with all the other patients? So what the fuck does the title mean? Where's the fucking cult? I don't think Don Mancini knows what the fuck a cult is. The cult of one? This is just the same one. This guy doesn't know what the fuck a cult is. Jesus Christ. Guy needs to look up a fucking dictionary. A for asshole. There's a picture of Don Mancini. So she's in a fucking mental hospital. You fucking won. That was the point of the ending of the last movie. Why did you send her to a mental hospital, make her look like she did it? If you... Why did you go through that trouble? Jesus Christ, man. So, like, the doctor brings in one doll, and you have this mental patient that pretends it's her baby. The guy that Brad Dourif's daughter had sex with, you find out he has multiple personalities. I love how Brad Dourif's daughter gives her this... He gives the guy this weird look. And I'm like, you're in a mental hospital. What the fuck did you expect? That he was normal? He's a mental patient. You're in a mental hospital. Of course he's fucked up. What do you expect? That'd be like if you're in X-Men and you're in Xavier's school and you're like, holy shit, he has a power. No fucking shit. Jennifer Tilly, I don't care for this actress. She needs to get the fuck out of this franchise. I never liked her. I don't think she can act. And in this movie especially, it's like, did she lose her voice? Because half her dialogue is her cracking. Her voice like, hey, how's it going? I'm Jennifer Tilly. Or no, I'm Tiffany. Like, Tilly fucking sucks. I guess a lot of dick to get these jobs. Is she giving Don Mancini head? Is that why? That they have to keep bringing this fucking lady back? Jennifer Titties. And she has a Chucky doll too. Voice cracking every 2 words. Oh yeah, this is before we find out what really happened to that little girl in the last movie. She goes, oh yeah, the girl's dead, I guess, from a broken heart. Chucky comes in. Ooh, he mentioned fucking Cuckoo's Nest because Brad Dourif was in One Flew of the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah, it made me think of a better movie that would rather be watching your piece of shit. Hell, Bad Dreams is a better movie in a hospital than this fucking movie. I watched Silent Rage. I watched Halloween 2 from the 80s. Fucking shit. Disorderlies is a better fucking movie than this. Fuck this shit. Finds that she slit her wrist. For some reason, he stitches her up. I know there's a thing of blood that says, not that easy. But he doesn't do anything. Like, he doesn't try to kill her anymore. Just, you don't get what the fuck the point of anything is. Because this guy does not know what the fuck he's doing in his writing. He's just like, well, we got this idea. We got this idea. How do we link them up? I don't know. Okay, just film that shit. But it doesn't matter. It's just a killer doll movie. Yeah, Child's Play 3 is the worst, Dom may say. He said this in an interview, I think when Curse of Chucky was around. Fuck you, man. It's his opinion. Fuck his opinion. How about that? Fuck him in his holes. Tired of being a nice guy. Fuck this shit. Speaking of which, there's a moment where Chucky gives the camera a middle finger, looking at Brad Dourif's daughter. Might as well give us the middle fucking finger. Might as well moon the fucking camera. Oh, you finally get back to Andy Barkley. He watches a video he filmed of literally taking that head to the doctor, put it on the table. He puts a couple shots in him. See, look, he's still alive. And the doctor goes, bravo, Andy. You should be in movies. You should be in Hollywood. This doctor is one of the dumbest motherfuckers I have seen in the longest time. Ernest P. Worrell would be a smarter doctor than this motherfucker. This guy is so fucking stupid. He would go to Taco Bell and think he was at the fucking border. He would take a fucking umbrella to see Purple Rain. That's how dumb this motherfucker is. So that's like a minute long. We go, you know, Alice Vincent's not in it that much. So yeah, his acting's not the best. You know, maybe he's getting the rust off, but it's not like he had much to work with either. But if I had to be honest, I think Justin Whalen did a better job in Child's Play 3, but he had a whole movie to work with. Unlike this. Because Justin Whalen, he had more emotion. And here, like, Alice Vincent's very, like, monotone. So, I mean, maybe that's... But I'll give the guy a chance throughout the entire fucking movie. Not just like 10 minutes at most of a fucking movie. Then I would decide. There's this scene that feels like it's 5 minutes where the doctor is burning a hand of Chucky, which I don't understand why Chucky is not feeling the pain. By the way, this whole thing, it doesn't give a shit about the other movies. It doesn't give a shit about... It thinks it does, but it thinks we don't remember shit like... Remember when Chucky, he was in the body too long, and he could do the whole spell thing and it wouldn't work? Apparently that's not a fucking thing. That never happens. And like when he would bleed... Oh, when they burn his hand... I don't know, maybe Chucky wasn't possessed in that scene. I don't know. But it seemed like he was. The way they... By the way this guy directs, who the fuck knows? Expecting Freddy Krueger to show up any minute. How stupid this script is. Just out of the fucking blue things happen. Then there's this weird fucking scene where the girl who thinks the Chucky doll is her baby, she throws it in the grave. She lets one guy go in to jump in just to grab the doll, give it back to her. He walks out. He gives a sinister look as if, hey, audience, maybe Chucky possessed him. And I'm thinking, you just told us the guy's a multiple personality guy. Of course that's not it. You already told us when he said he's multiple personality guy. I'm not buying it, Don Mancini. Sorry. Go back to writing school. Yeah, lucky with the first one because Tom Holland rewrote your fucking script. And you had better directors to direct the second and third one. Out of the blue, have these split screens, like Mike says, that are straight out of Aliens the Hulk, for like just one scene, out of the blue, and then that never happens again. One of the patients been tied up. Chucky does say that line. Thankfully, the canister does say compressed air, in case you didn't read that, Chucky says it in the line too. Compressed. That mean what I think it means? Being a wise ass, throws it up in the air. They stole a scene from Bride of Chucky. Remember Bride of Chucky when Tiffany threw the thing in the air and the glass fell and killed the two people? Same fucking thing. Throws up glass. So you literally are so out of ideas, Don Mancini. You stole a death scene from Bride of Chucky. Jesus fucking Christ. And this guy gets work. A lot of other directors can't get work, but this fucking guy does. And we'll continue because he's going to do another Chucky film. Great. Maybe this will be Chucky in space. Considering how bullshit his ideas have been, might as well be. So what the fuck happened next after that? He stole the scene from Bride of Chucky. Oh, finally cut back to Andy Barkley. Finds out that, oh, there's these deaths happening at the institution. And I'm thinking, okay, by this point you know people are dying. Here's the thing. If you think it's the girl in the wheelchair, which again, it's a girl in a fucking wheelchair that most of the time you have locked up in a fucking room. What, she's gonna crawl to everybody and do this? With the shittiest staff, I guess, in movie history? How about get some fucking cameras? How about you just put the girl in a fucking straitjacket and then take her ass back if you really have all these deaths? I mean, do something. But no, because everyone's too fucking stupid. Oh, then like later on they finally put her in a straitjacket. By this point, they should... If they really think a fucking girl, 100-pound girl, maybe she's 98 pounds. For fuck's sake, man. This movie's so fucking moronic and inept in a screenplay that you can't just chalk, oh, it's just a killer doll. No, it's too fucking stupid. Dolly Dearest had a smart fucking script, and that's a piece of shit too. But not as shitty as this movie. Still shit. And Andy Barkley, for some fucking reason, he has a good guy doll in a closet and his hair is cut. Why? Why does he have a good guy doll? Why does he have a good guy doll whose hair is cut? Why? Just... Again, he makes characters look stupid. Oh, so he's a stupid character who would have a fucking good guy doll and cut his hair? Guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, Don Mancini. Jesus Christ. I think why this pisses me off so much is because there are so many better writers and directors that are out there trying their damnedest to get a movie made, trying their damnedest to get scripts made, to get shit made, and they can't get anywhere. Hell, there are better people who have better ideas. Fans. Like the fan that Mike mentioned in his review. They have better ideas, but they can't get a word in edgewise. But then you get this bullshit coming out, wasting money, wasting dollars, wasting space. That's what pisses me off the most about it. So you have the asshole doc do the doc does the Exorcist 2 strobe light hypnotism, and he kisses the patient, Brad Dourif's daughter, while she's under, so in case you don't get, he's an asshole. He also is molesting her too while she's under hypnotism. In case you don't get it. And then, literally, the guy is looking at her while she's hypnotized. He gets hit in the back of the head with a bottle. Then, for some reason, Chucky doesn't want to kill her now, even though earlier he had a scalpel ready to kill her. But now, she wants her to kill the doctor. Like, what is his motivation? He wants to kill her, then he wants her to kill for him. I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Kill for me, Jesse. You've got the body. I got the brain. A sequel that did stuff differently and is a much better fucking movie. With better characters, better music, better effects, and a better usage of a villain. The Freddy in Elm Street 2 could get the fuck out of every fucking motherfucker in this movie. And go back in time to mess up Robert Russler. You're all my children now. That's a sequel that fucking works. That did things differently. This doesn't. And then she has this nightmare with the giant Paper Mario Chucky that wobbles. Then, randomly, she's on this table and flashes of Child's Play 3 when half his face was taken off. He was falling to the fan. For some reason, it flashes of that. Why? Why does she have a nightmare that she's on the table tied up and it's just flashing to Chucky, have his face going towards the fan? Again, for people who love the film, please answer me these questions. Because, great, I have like 100 of them. A Don Mancini can't answer them, I guarantee you that. Because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't give a shit if he saw this and hated me. Good. Hate my ass. I made 0 shitty Chucky films. You directed 3 Chucky films. So I'm still winning. Directed 3 pieces of shit Chucky movies. Get him the fuck away. Get someone else to write and direct these movies, for fuck's sake. Tom Holland, give him a chance. Or hell, there's other writers and directors out there. Give them a chance. Or stop it. Or just fuck it. Just like Don Mancini wants to do all these fucking fetishes in his fucking movies. So we get out of the nightmare. Again, I love how he puts footage from Child's Play 3, even though he thinks that's the worst one. And he hates it. You think that's the worst one, but you took footage from that movie for your piece of shit. That's kind of funny. And I'm like, okay, where's the doctor? He walks to the girl and says, you assaulted me. She was under hypnotism. You were looking right at her, and someone smashed you in the head. And you think she, who is a girl in a wheelchair that you have hypnotized, and you're looking right at her, and somehow you think, I guess she, what, teleported behind you and smashed you in the head while you're looking at her? This guy is the dumbest motherfucker. This writing is so stupid. This is like the dumbest script. Well, Alien Covenant did come out the same year, this year, so I have to think about whether it's the dumbest script. It's one of the dumbest fucking scripts. God damn it, man. Christ. Oh, fucking mighty. So now, You dumb fuck. Andy Barkley gets to the mental institution. He's like, I gotta go see the doctor. I want to go see this Mia girl. And the guard goes, no. He's like, come on, let me in. I want to commit myself. No. The guy, then Andy Barkley punches the guard, and immediately he's in the mental asylum. And I'm thinking, I don't think they lock you up in a mental asylum if you just punch someone. They would probably call a cop, get you arrested, and go to jail. But no, they would not. I mean, I know in some places you can commit yourself, but I think there's more to it than that. So, you just punch a guy. Okay, you're committed. I mean, it's a mental institution. It's not. I think there's a little bit more to it than that. I would like to think. Otherwise, man, it's really fucking easy to get a mental asylum, man. Man, a lot easier than I thought. System's fucked then. So, yeah, the nurse appearing with this other girl with a loud boo jump scare sound effect. The girl who thought Chucky was her baby, Chucky punches her, puts his arm in her mouth, goes down, pulls something out. I don't know if it was her tongue or just some, whatever, just something. I don't know what the hell it was. The doctor is hypnotizing Bradley's daughter again, kisses her feet, puts red slippers on her feet. He is hit again with a bottle, and then that's where you find out it's more than one Chucky. Because now, Andy Barkley, and also, Andy Barkley, what was his plan? He's going to get himself committed, but he's in a locked room. You would think if he was desperate for a plan, he would find a way to knock him out. Like maybe have something to, I'm sorry, buddy, I gotta knock you out. Jump the fence. I mean, there's no security. There's like 5 people in this fucking place. There's no cameras. But no, he's going to get himself locked up, which he can't do anything. What was his plan? Dude, he makes the characters look stupid. What was Andy Barkley's plan? I need to go see him. Okay, I'm going to punch you so I can get locked in. But you're locked in. How about I punch you and I knock you out, or I have something I'm going to knock you out with, and then I'm going to go in myself. Like, what was his plan? And going back to Bradley's daughter, who's in a chair, and that's where there's now 3 Chuckies. There's the one that the doctor brought, the one that Jennifer Tilly brought, and the one that Andy Barkley, for some reason, sent this doll in as a package before he got there. And I guess later on we found out he hid a gun in there. But I'm like, you're locked up. Like, you're locked up. How the fuck are you even going to get to the doll? Like, what was your plan? The writer made the guy look stupid. And that's the one that has the, I guess they possessed that one. So all 3 of them, even the one who has the haircut, explains to Brad Dourif's daughter, voodooForDummy.com, I could possess anyone and anything, anywhere and everywhere. And for a while, I was that little girl, Alice. I had a lot of fun, but, you know, the little girl, it's hard to do that, you know, with victims that can take down a girl easily. I'm like, you know what they probably can't take down easily? A bunch of fucking grown men that you could have possessed. How'd you ever tell you was the type of girl who would seduce people? She could seduce people, tie them up like they tied that guy in Bride of Chucky. It was like her boyfriend, whatever. Possess. Jesus Christ, it'll be an hour long. But this deserves to be taken fucking down. And so, this exposition dump There deserves to be a dump in a ditch. So there's an orderly, he gets killed, they slash his stomach, guts fall out. I guess it's supposed to be steam from the guts, but it's like fucking CGI steam. I'm like, somebody tell me, would steam come out of you? You let me know on that. But okay, fine. But does it have to be CGI steam? You can't afford that? Are you fucking kidding me? And then, if it wasn't CGI, then the guy doesn't know how to fucking light a scene. Which is why maybe some of the more practical effects look kind of cheap. Because you do have to light them a certain way. Ask Rob Bottin when he did John Carpenter's The Thing. You have to light things a certain way so it doesn't look too rubbery and fake. You fuck. Jennifer Tilly kills a cop, and then she says, cherry snow cone. Why is it a snow cone? Oh, I guess because there's snow on the ground. Okay. I guess. It'd be one thing if it's like, oh, I got... maybe she killed him with ice. Like an icicle. And then, cherry snow cone. But it's like, all you do is licking blood from a knife. I guess because it's cold outside, and there's snow on the ground, it's a cherry snow cone. One of the Chuckies goes into Brad Dourif's daughter. And apparently also when you go into a body of a girl who's paralyzed, she can now walk again. So that's a great fix to paralysis, possession. A decent practical effect, good practical effect. Chucky as Brad Dourif's daughter stomps the doctor's head. Yeah. Doesn't save the movie. Chucky, another doll, drills through a guy's eye, the multiple personality guy, and the one whose hair was cut goes for Andy Barclay. You would think all these guys would want to kill Andy Barclay considering all the shit he put him through. You think that'd be their #1 goal? But no, they only send one. And Andy fucks that one up, shoots him in the face, stomps a mud hole in his ass. Cool. And then Brad Dourif's daughter, Mia, as Chucky, locks Andy in the padded room. Walks over Jennifer Tilly. For some reason, the other doll just sits there. Why doesn't the doll go with them? What's he staying there for? I don't know why he's just staying there. For what? They get in a car. Oh, Mia and Jennifer Tilly have a kiss because, ooh, it's lesbian, yeah. I've just watched some lesbian porn, Don Mancini. It's a lot more satisfying than this. And why is there a Tiffany doll? What's the point of her spreading her spirit to a doll? What's the point? What would be the point? Seriously, what would be the point? I guess the best I could say was, I think it was something where Jennifer Tilly says, oh, but I liked when you were the little girl. Sounds a lot dirtier. Because she wants kids, and then I guess that new Tiffany is her kid. But she has a kid called Glenn or Glenda, which she's going to force feed in the next fucking movie, so her comment is pointless. Jesus Christ. And then after the credits, was it Christine Elise? Person who played Kyle in Child's Play 2, she shows up at Andy's place. I guess she got a message from Andy. and she's going to torture the Chucky head. So right now, you have the Chucky head, you have the doll that sit his ass down in the hospital for some reason, you have the one in Mia's body, then you have Jennifer Tilly and a Tiffany doll. And they all, they get away. And I sit here, and I wasted a fucking hour talking about this movie. Because I wanted to just demolish this fucking film, point by point, on the script. The acting, was it Fiona Dourif? She, at times, she's okay. At times, I just don't give a fuck about her character. Alex Vincent, he's a bit wooden and monotone, but he's only in the film for like a total of 10 fucking minutes. Asshole doctor plays an asshole doctor. The other patients, they're annoying. One's a bitch with an attitude. One's a schizo. One is obsessed with, because you find out she killed her baby, so she wants another baby. Brad Dourif, it seems like his heart isn't in it. Brad Dourif is one of my favorite actors. This is a guy that I wish in the 90s he had gotten the chance to do how nowadays people like Liam Neeson or even Kevin Costner, they do like these thrillers, action movies, even though they're older guys and they're not really too much known for action, especially like Liam Neeson, other than like Darkman. Like Brad Dourif could have fit in there. Because he's an intense actor. I like him in Body Parts. I love him in Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Death Machine. This is a guy that deserves so much more. Deserved to be a hero in a film. Like, imagine if you made a film like Road Games with Stacy Keach. Or even The Hitcher. Or, the original Hitcher. Or any one of these movies where he's the good guy. I would buy it. Very much buy it. But no, he didn't get that chance, and it sucks. And now he has to settle for these shitty direct-to-video movies, directed by an idiot, written by a moron. Oh, they're the same person. Saying these crappy lines. Compressed. That mean what I think it is? Trying to be a wise ass. When the three Chuckies are talking to each other, Jesus Christ, man, it's annoying. You made Chucky annoying. I could tell Brad Dourif doesn't want to do this shit anymore. I don't blame him for the shit he has to work with. I guarantee you, he's only doing this because his daughter is starring in the film and he wants to help his daughter with her career, to act in these movies. Hey, it gives my daughter a job as a lead. Okay, I'll do another Chucky movie. And, gets a paycheck, pay some bills. God damn, man, this guy, Don Man saying, you can't write, you can't direct. You've never once shown me you're a good director. And if you could write in the past, you surely can't write now. You need to retire. Stat. You need to retire. But it's not going to happen because Universal doesn't give a fuck. They're still on my shit list for other things. Kidnap. If you follow my channel, you know what I'm talking about. That's for people who will catch that reference. Christ. Piss poorly written. Stupid upon stupid shit. A movie that literally making you ask 80 to 100 fucking questions. None of it. I mean, this is seriously so many things done. Because if it didn't, it'd be done in 5 minutes. And given this invincibility cheat code of, or I said the Konami code, the 30 lives, just Give all this extra help upon extra help bullshit. You know me, the character have no limits, which then creates more questions. Why doesn't he just jump into a bunch of bodies? Humans. Why does it specifically have to be that character? Why are you going through all this to go into a mental institution where you can literally now hop into any person you fucking want? Hell, you could create an army of people and just storm the fucking the medium security hospital. You could literally do that. You could go to the fucking good guy doll factory, if there are one, or just, hell, you could jump into anybody and anything. You could literally jump into every single fucking person in that hospital. Because you could be multiple at once. You just split your fucking soul into as many things as possible. You decide not to have any rules. And if you don't care about your fucking story, your script, anything, I don't care about the lead characters. Alice Vincent, he's fucking wasted in the movie. Sometimes I wouldn't be surprised if he was wasted, literally. You make his character an idiot by some stupid decisions. Lock him in a fucking mental asylum. I mean, if common sense was in this world, they'll come in, oh, wait a minute, where are you and what's going on? And what's that doll? And there's blood coming out of that doll? Huh. That you stopped a muddle in? But common sense doesn't exist in this fucking universe. Because you have an idiot writing and directing it. Called Don Fettuccine Mancini. It's over an hour long. I'm done talking about this fucking movie. This movie can wipe my ass. Please. Tired of this bullshit. Fucking tired of it. Don Mancini, go suck a dick, please. Go felch some cum out of your own asshole, fuckhead.